reality? What's the reality?
Hey y'all, and welcome back to What's the Reality? Hold on. Before we get into another episode, I just want to point out a fact. 70% of y'all are watching the podcast, and I know you're loving it because you come and comment on my Instagram, but you're not hitting that subscribe button. So I need you to help me out. Press that subscribe button so we can keep this thing going. Today, I'm excited. We are going to have a juicy, juicy conversation with Alexa and Lino from Temptation Island. And then later, I'm going to talk to our girl, Yahné Coleman, the ASMR queen herself. Let's get into it. We have Alexa and Lino.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you.
You guys are a beautiful couple.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
individuals, but a beautiful couple.
That's really sweet.
Just stunning.
Thank you.
How are we? Catch me up. How's life been after the show?
Life's been amazing.
Yeah, honestly.
I love it.
Yeah.
Life has been really good. We've just been finally enjoying being engaged. That was a hard secret to keep.
Congratulations.
And you too. Congrats, girl.
Thank you
you.
very much.
Twinning.
Twinning. Yeah, so we kind of put like a lot of the wedding planning on hold because we couldn't really announce anything.
Right.
But we finally got a date. So we're getting married October 2nd, 2026.
Yay!
In Italy.
In
so.
Italy.
In Italy.
Yeah.
How fun. Congratulations.
Thank you. When are you getting married?
Girl.
Lots of
Yesterday, if
planning.
I could. No, we're planning like 2 weddings. So we're going to do one here in the States, and then we're going to do one next year in London.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Ollie's from London, right?
Yeah, international weddings.
That'd be so fun.
I love that
We
for
love
us.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing.
So how have your lives changed post-show? Tell me what's going on.
So I think initially we've just been overwhelmed with gratitude from all of the responses. Obviously, it isn't too much of a show that the audience is for love, but our audience has been very, very inspiring and nothing but gratitude from us. We honestly have been nothing but better since the show, and I think that's something that a lot of people can relate to.
Yeah.
For the people on the show, they probably can't relate with it, but
It's been interesting, like going out to the grocery store. We went to Erewhon and people coming up to take pictures.
You're getting
with us.
recognized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, asking to see the ring and like asking about the wedding. And it just feels weird because we haven't told anybody about it for 10 months until now. And then it's just boom, out there in the public. But life has been really, really good.
yeah.
It's been interesting having your life on blast.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Everyone has an opinion,
Yep.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we've gotten so much love.
I love that.
So I'm grateful for
Your
that.
engagement photos are fire.
Thank you. You saw those?
Of course I saw. So bomb.
Thank
You
you.
look so good. Both of you stunning.
Thank you.
Are you guys friends with anybody still from the cast?
Yeah. We're friends with all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we're like Switzerland.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, so if you watch the reunion, you'll see like, there's definitely some sides with the boys' villa, girls' villa.
Yeah.
And then me and Lena are kind of like, what do we do? But like I support my girls no matter what.
Right.
So we have a group chat where we're all friends.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
I support everyone. I might not agree with everyone's actions and decisions,
You
but
guys are so.
it's not
Are
my.
we too nice?
How did you?
How did we get
Reality
on TV?
TV needs more people like you guys.
Thank
You
you.
guys are just like, we're happy
Yeah.
for everyone. We're like,
I mean, it's such a hard experience that you're not gonna like knock anyone for doing
Yeah,
anything.
because
you
people
know?
make
It's
those, the choices that Grant and Brion made, like people make those choices outside of reality TV.
every day.
Every
and
day.
No
and
one is yelling at them, sending them death threats. So, like,
Who are we
offer
to
each other a
judge?
little
Right.
grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do the same thing, but like,
wouldn't be me, but okay. So take me all the way back to the beginning. How did you guys get cast for the show, and what made you be like, you know what, this is amazing. Let me test my relationship. How did we get here?
So, funny story. We went to Austin City Limits with our friends as like a little preview of moving to Austin. Alexa had never been there before, but it was definitely on the list of somewhere we wanted to move. And a recruiter saw a picture of us from Austin City Limits because of the
tag at the
tag
festival.
and DM'd both of us.
we thought it was a scam.
Yeah.
So like we just got a DM saying like, hi, I've seen some pictures of you and your boyfriend. And Lino got some like, I see pictures of you and your girlfriend. are you guys having any like relationship problems?
Well, it didn't start like that. It didn't start like that. It didn't start like that. It was like, would you be interested in interviewing for a potential show?
Okay.
And then maybe like the second call was like, do you have any relationship problems?
Yeah.
But when we got that DM, actually, we were in the middle of a pretty big fight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it kind of came at like, it was like a godsend for some reason. We were fighting about moving again for the millionth time because of my job. And so then we got that DM. We're like, is this like a sign? Like, are we supposed to do the craziest thing we've ever done just to test our relationship?
Yeah.
And so we got on one phone call with them, and then it turned into like multiple interviews, and then we decided to go.
Yeah.
So we never applied for this at all. Like, it wasn't like we didn't seek it out.
Right.
I had never watched the show.
Okay.
And then when they told us about it, I watched like an episode. And
One
I
episode.
Freaked out.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
But then as we started to interview and we talked about it, I was actually pretty much down to do it.
Lino truly never saw a whole season before going on, like from the previous.
I wanted to keep it that way too because I didn't want to force anything. Just wanted to be myself. And
He doesn't watch any reality TV, actually.
So did you like going into this, were you like so confident that you could go on a show like this with your man and things, or were there any signs that this might not be a good idea?
So we definitely toyed with it for a while. Like, is this a good idea? Because this could really shake our world if this doesn't work out the way that we want it to. But then we kind of had like this basically like come to Jesus moment with each other. And we were like, if we can't get through this, then maybe we weren't meant to be together. And it was a really tough pill to swallow. But there's definitely some times where I was like, I don't know if this is the best decision, but let's just try it because life is going to feel like you're just going to end up where you're meant to be, if that's cheesy, but you know what I mean?
Right. What about you, Lena?
we both have really strong wills and at the end of the day, it's a test of trust. So for me, I know my loyalty stands with Alexa and I know Alexa's loyalty stands with me. So I wasn't ever really worried about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're on the show and you're filming and they're showing you bonfire clips that are totally out of context, clipped up, you start to, battle yourself.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you just have to remember the commitment we made to each other. And I did that every day, and that's why we are where we are now.
I love that. Wait, remind me how long you guys have been together?
4 years now, a little bit over 4 years now.
You went on the show like 3 years in.
Yeah, 3.5 years.
About 3.5.
Do you guys think you would have been engaged right now without the show?
Yes.
You think so?
So
he's like, I had the ring at year one. I don't know what you're talking about. Really?
So the engagement pictures you saw, that was in Italy when we went in October with my family.
Yeah.
I was going to propose then if I didn't do it on the show.
Well, that's news to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Wow.
Okay.
You already knew.
Yeah. I mean, I knew
I
that.
think it just like strengthened our clarity that we needed.
Like when we were interviewing for the show, I knew that I wanted to get engaged by the end of the year. So it kind of puts us at that.
Yeah.
It's the end of 2024 would have been.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
So fans are obsessed with the host, Mark.
Mark, yeah.
Were you just as obsessed with him going through the process? And is there anything the audience doesn't know?
I think that Mark was very insightful. Okay, so maybe something people don't know. The first few bonfires, it was at least hard for me with the girls. It was hard for us to, I think, open up the way he wanted us to. Like me, Ashley, Taylor, and Shanté would get in the car and we're like, this is really hard for us because he feels like a stranger, but he's trying to dig into like the deepest
depths of
our feelings, right? And so at first, I don't know, we were a little bit like not standoffish, but a little bit timid and we had a guard up.
Yeah.
But he did a good job with like really breaking us down, especially in a reality TV. Like, your emotions are heightened every single day, especially you're talking about emotions all day.
Right.
So eventually like he definitely broke our walls down. But at first we were all like, okay, you're a host. You know what I mean? Yep. But he does care. Like, I think he does care.
I love that.
I think objectively, he stays out of it until it's his time to really break everyone down.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to, look into the house and make judgments prior, and he doesn't want to watch the clips and then make judgments prior. So he did really good at keeping like an objective standpoint.
Very neutral.
For me, we had a really great back and forth. He would say something, I would respond. He'd be like, okay, we're done.
Yeah.
And other guys, it would be like 30 minutes back and forth. Like, let's break it down. So I really appreciate the relationship with Mark.
Oh, yeah. That's
bonfires were really long.
Yeah.
Like it looks, I think you guys only see like what, 5 minutes of each one, but they were like hours.
Yeah, like 2-3 hours.
And it would be like, it's humid, it's hot, we're emotional.
No back support.
No back support on those
my
benches.
lower back was on fire.
When we would watch those videos.
The biggest problem this couple had is the back support.
We would have like the speakers behind us of the videos. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
Like listening to the shower
sounds,
scene and it was just a speaker behind us with all the cameras over here. I'm like, this is really hard to watch with like all these people
that's
staring.
tough.
And as much as you want to be there for the other person, the entire time, all you can think about is, what am I going to see?
Yep.
What am I going
your
to
heart's
say?
just constantly going.
And it's like, even afterwards, you're just running through your mind.
And how long do you film?
We filmed for about 4 weeks.
Okay.
Like a month.
Yeah, a month.
Oh, also, Mark told us that, I didn't know this, but Mark told us that when he sees the bonfire clips for the first time, he sees it with us. So he doesn't get to review
reacting
them
in real time.
Yeah.
real time. And like has to process it with us in real time.
Oh, wow.
Which is interesting.
Sometimes he's just as shocked as we are. For sure.
Like there was times where I would like look up at his face and he's looking at me and I'm looking down. I'm like,
Raw reaction.
Raw reaction.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, so has there been any like wild, crazy nights like post show with the cast?
There was the LA
premiere.
premiere.
Yeah, the premiere was probably the craziest.
It got
night.
wild?
I think it got pretty wild.
What happened? What happened?
Oh God.
Oh, you have a story.
Oh gosh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about the house afterwards? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I want to hear about the house afterwards. Thank you.
just lots of singles mingling with other
not
singles.
our place to say. I will not.
Yeah,
say
we don't have
no
names,
names, no names.
but definitely singles
Put it together.
hooking up with other singles.
From the show.
Yeah,
the
which was
show.
obvious. They should have made
they're
their whole.
single. Let
They
them
should have
do.
made a whole show of just the singles getting at
That
it.
could have been a whole show itself.
Yeah.
Just the singles and the singles.
Yeah.
Like we heard that
Being
when
single.
people were eliminated.
Yeah, when filming wrapped, the same thing
singles
happened.
were
Yeah, they were just all
mingling with the
tempted by
singles.
each other.
Yeah. And they like all stayed at like the same hotel in Hawaii where we were filming. So everyone was mingling with everybody afterwards.
Makes sense. Little horny singles. Couldn't wait. Do y'all have any tea on Brion and Shanté and their breakup?
Oof. So
You told me you're in a girl chat, so
I am.
I know there's something in there.
Yeah. Shantae's been getting a lot of hate online. And that's
So sad.
really, really, really hard for me
I
to watch.
really hate to hear that, yeah.
We call each other like weekly. I call her just to make sure she's okay. And she is. She's a strong girl, but you know, people are really mean. I'm sure you like know social media is hard. And I think it was just the past 4 weeks have really shaken her world a bit. All I really know, I don't know much details, truly I don't. But all I know is that she's having a tough time and that her and Brion need a break.
Yeah.
And that was as of what, a couple days ago?
Yeah, like
Only a
Monday
few
or
days,
something.
Yeah, it was pretty recent.
Yeah.
And I found out maybe 2 or 3 days, like me and the girls found out 2 or 3 days before she posted it because she just wanted to tell us girl to girl.
Right
And we
before,
were there for
yeah.
her. Yeah.
That's so
Me,
tough.
Ashley, Taylor, we were all texting her and like
Yeah.
calling her. So I don't know much details. Have you heard from Brion?
I haven't heard from Brion actually.
Really?
After this, I'll definitely reach out because
Yeah.
I should. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
We
hard.
love them though. Like they're good people.
Right.
They are good people.
Right.
You know, Brion made a mistake.
Yeah, even on our mini reunion, tried at the end to end it with a nice note of trying to offer them some grace because
Yeah.
they would never be getting this in the real world if this happened on a day-to-day basis. And I don't think it's fair that, you know, it's their choice to be in a relationship at the end of the day. And if they work through it, then
Y'all
Yeah.
are so
nothing but good for them.
sweet.
Yeah.
You guys should start some kind of like reality TV show advocacy page where you're just like, you guys, these are real people. No, we
real.
really, because we do need that kind of support. And we
Yes.
do need people on the inside to remind the world that, like, look, we're going through this in real life. Like, you would never talk to your friends like that. You would never judge your sister like that. So, like, getting online and tearing people down is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
Shantae
people-
sent me a screen recording of some
Oh my gosh, yeah.
crazy person just sending maybe 40 messages in a row of just how terrible of a person she is. And I'm like, Shantae, if this girl saw you in real life, she'd probably be like, let's take a picture.
No,
Let's take a selfie. I'm like,
100%. 100%.
And a lot of the audience focuses in on one thing, one scene, one
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
But even even Ashley went back to Grant afterwards, and they're not, bashing her for that.
Right.
When Shanté's doing the same thing, if you
Right.
look at it objectively, so it's tough.
Yeah. It's tough. It's hard for us to watch because we're like trying to be happy, you know, especially like on the island.
Right.
I remember like the girls would be really upset, and I mean, I was upset too because I wasn't with Lino. But it's hard to like be happy, but also like hurt with your friends at the same time.
Right. Right.
It's a weird place for us to be.
And it got to the point with the guys where, I mean, within a week, all the guys already fucked up. And so it was just me holding out.
Right.
And they're all like, all right, we're just here for you, Lino. Like, we hope you don't see anything bad. Everyone else was like pretty defeated.
Right.
So
Do you guys feel like you kind of have to separate yourselves and your relationship to be able to enjoy your happiness right now? Or do you feel like you're kind of balancing it well?
I feel like we're learning to balance it.
yeah, definitely learning to balance it. I think one of our biggest strengths is how much we work as a team and a unit. And I think that's what gets us along. We love to do everything together. We have a lot of the same interests. And then where she lacks things, I bring them into place. And then where I lack things, she has strengths. So.
Yeah.
I love that for you guys. So a few weeks ago, Hashim was here. And a lot of people were saying that him and Shanté would have been a better couple. Now that Shanté is single, do you think that they might spin the block? Do you think they would be a good couple?
I'm going to start with saying probably not.
I don't think so.
And I think,
Why?
I think maybe because of the fallout of everything that happened after the show.
Yeah. And she blocked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not a good starting place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, plenty of guys have been blocked and still have gotten back with their girl. So,
Right.
True.
but yeah, I think just because of, her not listening to his advice after the while they were on the show and not leaving Brion, probably not someone
Best
that
grounds to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like when we were all filming though, they were good friends.
Yeah.
But I could never see them being more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shanté was always so locked in with Brion that
Yeah.
there's never
Yeah.
anything that we saw that would change them being together.
Yeah.
I never once thought that they wouldn't be together, which is,
Maybe because I haven't seen her with
She's
anybody
a-
else.
Yeah.
And on the show, she was so locked in.
she's so loyal and she's such a great and sweet girl too.
Right.
So
We're
Yeah.
just ready for our girl to find some real meaningful love.
Yes. Yes, she
that's
deserves
what we're
it.
rooting for. Yeah.
For sure.
and sometimes, like I said, we need to be confident in ourselves and spend some time by ourselves before we
Agree.
can truly
Find
find
it.
someone.
Maybe that's what she needs right now.
Yeah. Well, we're praying for her. Okay, let's talk about our cringiest dating moments. Like a date before you guys solidified things that like probably still haunts you to this day that you're like, ugh. And maybe one that he doesn't know about.
No, how about one that I do know about?
Ooh.
This is the best story.
I know it. I know it
This
now.
is a
You know what
good
he's
story.
gonna say?
This is a good
exactly
story.
Are you gonna tell me her cringy story?
It's both of us.
Wait, it's
Oh.
both
It's
cringy.
both of
No, wait,
us.
I was on a date.
I wasn't on a date. I thought
I was on a date.
Okay,
Yeah.
take me
Oh,
through
this is
Take me
okay.
through it.
Okay, so on the show, and it's no secret, on the show, I announced that I was a little bit dishonest with Lino in the beginning of our relationship. So I was seeing Lino and I was seeing another guy. And we weren't like boyfriend, girlfriend, but I was lying and saying I was exclusive with both guys. Okay, so yeah, that's not, it wasn't like my boyfriend. Like they never asked me to be their girlfriend or anybody, but like.
she knew this. She knew this guy far before me.
Okay.
Yeah, I met him before Lino, then I met Lino, I was spent with Lino, and then I was like, which one do I choose?
Yeah, yeah.
And I went on a date with this guy. And as I'm walking in, the hostess was like, okay, for two, like we had a reservation. I all of a sudden hear, Alexa, Alexa, Alexa. And I look over in the corner of my eye, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's Lino. Oh my gosh, I'm on another date. This is not good. And it was all of Lino's best friends.
Let me
and-
preface this.
Are you thinking you guys are exclusive at this point?
Yeah.
Somewhat. I'm not naive.
Okay.
I know how girls operate. I have plenty of
know how girls
experience.
operate.
I know how guys operate too.
I'm not proud of this.
And we were just chatting and I was like, I'm going to be at Prado tonight. It was the restaurant with my friends. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm going too with my friends. Oh. Not a singular friend. Oh. So when I
you
see
set yourself up.
she set herself up. So I see her and I'm like, hey, Alexa.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know you. She didn't say it. She didn't say it. She just walked by and acted like she didn't hear me.
Yeah.
So then I have all my friends around and
no.
This was sad. This makes me sad, but it's okay. This was so long ago.
Yeah.
We laugh about it now.
Yeah.
It's like humorous to us now. But I was on the date. The
Yeah.
waiter was like, so there's a guy over there that is sending you this nice glass of wine. and sent me the wine on my other date. And I look over and it's like from Lino. And I wanted to accept it because I liked Lino. I wanted to be with Lino. But then the guy across from me was like, no, we're not taking that. Like, that's from a different guy. Yeah. This is weird. Like, who's that guy, Alexa? And I was like, I don't know
that man. Just my future fiance.
I know. Look at us now. I wonder if he watched the show.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
I know. That was a bad story.
That is insane.
I had to make my mark, though. I had to do something.
Good for you. I love that.
Looking back, I'm like, good job, Lino.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was a power play.
I mean, it makes her look better, right? It makes her look sought after.
Yeah.
I love that. So what would each of you say was a lesson or something that you learned from your experience on the show? It could be like individual or as a couple, maybe.
So the biggest takeaway that I got, especially when you are in a relationship that you want to commit to, is just choosing each other in every single thing. So even though we were far apart from each other, our villas were like an hour and a half away, I didn't talk to him for a month. Every single thought and every single word, things that I was saying to the single guys, things that I was saying to the girls, my actions, every single thing that I did, I was thinking of my partner that I was choosing. And I think that's really, really important for couples to figure out is when you are choosing somebody, it's not just you're choosing them when they're around, you're choosing them when they're also not around.
I love that.
And so even though he wasn't around, like I was never going to say anything bad about him to the single guys when they'd ask about our issues. I was never going to do anything that was disrespectful to him. And I think that has made us so much stronger. And I still do that on a day-to-day basis now. And yeah, I think it's just choosing, like truly choosing each other, even when you're not together.
That is
really
beautiful.
stuck with me.
Can you write that down and text it to my fiance? Choose me.
Yeah.
Isn't he far now? Like long distance? You guys doing long distance?
Oh, girl, no, he's here.
Oh, he's here.
He's here in LA
Good.
right now.
Good.
Yeah. Good. What about you, Lena?
For myself, I think it's trust, not just trust with your partner, but individual trust. At the end of the day, a lot of people go into relationships without loving themselves first, being confident in themselves, and then that just breeds insecurity. It leaks into the relationship, and then if you're locked into a villa with 14 single girls, what do you think is going to happen if you don't love yourself, if you're not confident in yourself? So I really just worked on, before the relationship with Alexa, that's like something I tried to work on myself, and then I think on the island, it's something that I really like hunkered down with, journaled every day, really kept like positive and trusted myself that no matter what temptation's there's nothing they could say or do that's really going to change my mind about anything. And I think it's just trusting. That's really the biggest thing, because if you can trust each other through that experience, then you can probably get through anything.
Yeah, I truly felt like afterwards, I think there's a scene like in the middle of our proposal or something, or you say it. And you're like, there's nothing we can't do now if we can get through this. Because that was so...
Ooh, that just gave me chills.
Oh, it's so abnormal to experience as a couple.
It's so emotionally charged. It's draining because you're filming 17 hours a day. You have no control over anything. And it's, sometimes you're being pushed a certain way, or, talk about this, do this. And you're like... It's easy to slip up, and that's why I do have sympathy for everyone on the cast too, because it's easy to slip up. It's easy to say something you don't mean. It's easy to act a certain way, especially if there's alcohol involved. So just trusting yourself.
Yeah.
People need to be confident in themselves.
Would you guys do another reality show? If so, which one?
100%.
100%, yeah.
But not anything dating, obviously, because we're in a couple.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are like, single dating stuff. That's obviously
or like, I feel like it's like dating or challenge.
Challenge.
Yeah.
Challenge, competitive.
We're competitive people, and like none of that aired on the show.
Really?
We're very,
Very
even with each other. We play ping pong and we like scream at each other.
Not at ping pong.
Not at ping pong. What? I know. It was just a random thought that I had. But I heard like the Battle Camp show is coming out.
It is, yeah.
I would die to do that.
Really?
We're very competitive, very athletic.
Okay.
That's something that is very close to both of our hearts. And we train every day. That's because we met in the gym. So it's like something that we have always shared with each other.
Definitely a show that's not as emotional as ours.
But I definitely like
fun.
social aspects too, like the circle, things like that.
Would you guys go in Survivor?
Hell yeah.
I think I would. She's been watching since she was a kid, and she
I'm like a diehard
recently
Survivor
got
fan.
me into it. So
I love that.
loving it.
I love Survivor.
I gotta get into it. That's my mom's favorite show.
Oh my gosh.
It's really good.
It's good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't survive.
It's hard.
I wouldn't
definitely
survive.
hard.
I'm just gonna say it plain. Don't call me. I'm not coming. I wouldn't survive. I wouldn't make it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like I say that I could do it. It would, but I don't know. Like eating coconuts every day.
You just have to fast and
No
just know that you're not going to be comfortable.
Like so positive. You're like, you can do it. You can do it. The world needs more of you guys. I swear, the world needs more of y'all.
Guy. I love him.
Oh, you guys.
Also, Traders. I like that one.
Traders.
That
I
one.
did.
Traders
Me and
is
Ollie just
juicy.
started Traders.
That
Oh my
one's
gosh.
good.
Yeah.
Are you on the first season?
First season, yeah,
Okay.
because I don't want to I wanted to just watch the third one, but I'm like, let
Love the
me
first season.
run it back. But yeah,
Oh gosh, they're all so
It's
good.
really good. The UK version's even better.
yeah.
in
He's trying
terms
to
of,
make me
like,
watch that,
gameplay.
but I'm like, bro, I've heard enough of your accent. So like, just,
I love the accent.
I know. We do love you.
I know, I love his accent.
So cute.
Yeah,
It is really cute.
Oh my god, you guys, we should do some kind of double date. Actually,
100%.
I do want to thank you guys so much for joining me on What's the Reality. You guys, when I say the world needs more of you two, I mean it. You guys are a pleasure. You're beautiful, you're kind and loving. And I think casting reality shows can take a note. Let's get some real, live, genuine, kind people on these TV shows. Thank you for being you. Thank you for joining me. Hey guys, I am so excited. I have a new friend with me today on the podcast. You may know her from the new Hulu reality show, Got to Get Out, her calming ASMR lives, or her face card that never declines. Welcome, Yahné Coleman, y'all.
Yay.
Hello.
How are
Face
you?
card not declining.
It is yours, period. Okay.
Oh, did I just get a card?
Stamped, approved.
Y'all heard it live right here from the queen herself. Okay. Can't take that from me.
At all.
What have you been up to since the filming of Gotta Get Out?
Oh my gosh, girl, I feel like I've been filming content every day because I am
Yes,
a content
queen.
creator.
Yes.
Thank you. So constantly doing content. I'm working on my own cosmetic line. So I have that in the
a
works.
businesswoman.
Okay, period. So yeah, just constantly just working and just waiting for like the next show.
Okay, so for those of us who haven't watched the show yet, tell us about the premise of Got to Get Out and how did you even end up on the show?
So Got to Get Out is a competition series on Hulu where 20 people, it's about, I would say, 9 celebrities and 11 normal people. Normal people, because baby, I'm not normal.
Let them know. Let them know.
Okay. I should have been on the other side. But competing for $1 million. And we are like trapped in a mansion. And basically it's kind of like an escape room where there's like different clues. You can get it randomly. Like I can pick that up and it can be a clue underneath it. Or we can do a challenge and get a clue. And it's like a money clock that ticks. And the money goes up and up, the longer you're in the house. So you have to decide, when do you want to get out? What's your number? Do you want to get out at 100K, 300K? Do you want to wait to $1 million?
Anybody leave with money?
Anybody can leave with money.
Oh.
And then you also have to decide if you want to do it alone, which really is difficult. So you can build a team, or if you want to, backstab people and not give them the half at the end. So it can get really tricky if you wanted to.
Yeah. So how did you get approached for this opportunity?
So I got approached for it by a casting director on social media, reached out to me and was just like, I have this show for you and I think that you'll be a great fit.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a new show. I was like, a new show. Because my dream was like, to be on a show that already has like a train running so I could just hop on it.
Wait, what's your dream show?
Okay. Big Brother.
Okay.
And Love Island. I can do a little cute dating show because your girl is single.
Okay, let them know.
But so I was like, and she's like, no, I'm telling you, you'll be the perfect fit. She was like, just trust me. I was like, okay, I'll trust you. And I flew out there, and apparently I didn't even know that. I guess like some people are like alternates and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't even know that some people were alternates. I just already assumed that I was on the show.
I'm crying.
So when people were leaving, I'm like, why are you?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I know it's a thing. So it was fun.
Okay. So was this your first reality show? And if so, like, how was your experience on reality TV?
So it was my first reality show, and I feel like the experience was amazing. I didn't know, so we didn't know that it was going to be celebrity. We didn't know nothing really the only thing we knew that we were competing for $1 million, but we didn't know it was going to be a celebrity cast. So we got into the van, they were like, you're going to get in vans, don't speak to no one. I'm like, okay, whatever. I get in a van, and the first person I see is Claire from Bachelor, and I've watched her on TV. So in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Claire, right? So like, okay, something's up, like, because Claire's here. And then Claire's just so outgoing, she's not listening to nothing. She's just talking. I'm like, girl, we're not supposed to be talking. And then when we pulled up to the house, Cynthia walked by, my jaw dropped. I was like, she was right. Trust her. Cynthia Bailey. I was like, I'm on the right show. I'm on the right show. And then I saw Val. I was like, from Dancing with the Stars. I was like, I'm excited about this. Yeah.
So what was it like working with these celebrities like Spencer Pratt, Omarosa, Kim?
So it was Omarosa. Love her. It's so crazy how people like so scared of Omarosa. Like I must feel like on the good side. She's such an angel. She's like a big sister to me. She would call me up randomly. We'll talk on the phone for hours. She'll give me advice on stuff, or we'll talk about just life. Like every phone call doesn't have to do with like business. It can be just personal stuff. We're just laughing.
So when did you film?
We filmed in like end of May, going into June.
Is there anyone else that you still keep in contact with from the show?
Omarosa, Rashad, Jennings, who I became really close with on the show, NFL player. Spencer, love Spencer. We also had like a good relationship on the show. We had like that banter back and forth because I can give it and I can take it, and so can he. So it was fun. Some of the other, like I talked to like Lindsay and Shane, pretty much everybody. The only people that I probably really, I would say, don't talk to as much is like maybe Kim Zolciak. We don't really talk as much. Her and her wig, and who else?
Okay. Were you shocked when Cynthia stole the money?
I was shocked when Cynthia stole the money. And the reason why is because, Cynthia was on the button a lot, but so was I. Like, we both shared time on the button. And Cynthia, she has like such a motherly spirit that you just feel comfortable around her. So
She's
remember,
such a queen.
Such a queen.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I walked away. They're like, who's on the button? I'm like, Cynthia's on the button. Cynthia's like, yes, I am on the button. So she was easy. It was easy for her to like get people to trust her, you know. So I was shocked, and she came up to me after she won. She's like, "I'm sorry, girl. Yeah, I had to. Yeah, I understand. It's a game."
I'm crying. Let's talk about something that we have in common. Miss former NBA dancer.
Yeah,
for the
Sixers. Yeah.
What years did you dance?
I danced 2013 to the 2017 season. I don't know. It was 3 seasons. So you know how it goes, like 1 year to next year.
Yeah. Okay, tell me about that.
It was I had good experiences on the team.
Tell me about the good experiences.
The good experiences that I've had. Well, I was selected as one of the top 100 hottest NBA dancers all 3 years.
The face card never declines.
So that was definitely something that was like, an accomplishment. Yeah. And I also traveled to China and performed out there with the NBA.
I did NBA China.
Ooh, yeah. China is amazing.
It is.
I had so much fun in China.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So yeah, I did that, and just from having just a stamp of being an NBA dancer, all the perks that come along with it. So life,
did you miss
outside of it was amazing. You said, do I miss it?
Yeah, the dancing, the performing.
At one point, I missed dancing in the NBA, and because I've danced since I was like 9. I danced on the junior Sixers team, so my dream was to always be an NBA dancer and a dancer. Period. That's why I moved out to LA originally. So at one point I was like, I want to go on, the Lakers or the Clippers and stuff like that. But then when I started doing social media and making that money, honey, I was like, hold on, I'm getting paid a little bit more.
So you're from Philly? I'm from Philly. Okay, that's so cool. Did you ever think about NFL?
I did think about NFL, but it snows in Philly, girl.
It sure does.
And they be right out there in the snow.
Yeah, it sure does.
They don't
in
care.
New England, we were the same way.
Oh, really? Oh, my gosh. With the shorts.
In the blizzards. Not in shorts. Like, we had, like,
the pants.
Jackets, and Uggs at one point.
But still cold.
Still freezing. Yeah. I don't miss that. I don't miss it. I do miss winning. I do miss Super Bowls. I do miss traveling and, like, game days and stuff. But as you know, those are some long days, long weeks.
Long practices. Oh, my gosh.
I mean, people don't understand the amount of things that go into 1 week. It's practices like 2 or 3 times a week. Then you have appearances. And then for the NBA, there's 41, 42 home games. That's if you don't make playoffs.
And you got the stress of like, even if you lose and you having a bad streak, go out there and smile,
Go
girls.
out there and smile. Yeah, there's no off day for a cheerleader.
No off day. Like, and don't let your face be on that jumbotron and you ain't got a smile on your face.
And then it's like, people don't realize you'll learn a routine on a Monday. By Thursday, you're performing it.
Oh, and they might tweak it.
Yeah.
On Thursday.
Oh yeah.
Right before you go. Right before you go out
You
there.
don't know which way you're facing on the court. You're dancing backwards, upside down. You don't know what the hell is going on. But I mean,
and then hair, and then makeup, and then
hair and makeup,
undergarments
that we had to pay for.
Okay. Period. At one point, we did have makeup artists. Did you?
Girl, no.
Y'all
I
had
never
makeup
been on a
artists?
team with a makeup artist.
We had hair and makeup artists come in.
No.
Did we have that every year I was on the team? I'm not
Y'all
sure.
had a different budget, I guess, because we didn't have none of that.
We end up having hair, but I like to do my own makeup. So most of the time I was doing my own makeup and I would let them do my hair.
Yeah, this leagues taught me to do my own makeup because there was no other choice. But let's talk about your content creation life.
Okay.
How did you break into this content creation business?
Okay, so the funny thing is when I originally moved to LA, I moved out here to be a dancer. So mind you, backstory, I'm my mom's like only daughter on my mom's side. I have 2 other sisters, but I'm like my mom's like pride and joy.
I know that's
so
right.
spoiled, okay? And even in my relationship, I'm like, I gotta get with it.
Okay.
So just spoiled. So when I moved to LA, I had like $2,000 in my pocket. I don't know why I thought that was gonna
$2,000 in a dream.
and a dream.
She
and,
said
and
Beyonce's gonna call me.
and been here for 7 years. I never had to go back. Okay. But I've always been the type, and being a performer, like you're really already making content all the time. You just don't know that. I didn't know that that's what I was doing. So I was like posting pictures and stuff, and then companies like Fashion Nova and Pretty Little Thing and like Savage Fenty start reaching out to me, and I start getting paid from like doing stuff that I was already like having fun doing, being creative and stuff like that. And then from there, I was in a relationship that I got out of, and I was like, you know what? I just need some time for myself. I think it was right after the pandemic, and I just locked myself in the house. I didn't go outside, and I just streamed. I started doing ASMR. So I would stream ASMR, no lie, like 8 to 12 hours a day.
Sheesh.
A day. I would wake up, eat, stream, eat, sleep, do a couple videos. Like it was just like, and it was just, I felt like it was therapy for me. I didn't think of doing this for like, a living. And I just became viral and I was growing 100,000 followers like a month. Like I can go live right now and get 10,000 followers within like an hour. So I was just going viral. And then from that point on, one day, randomly, me and my friend that helps me do content, we were shooting an ASMR video. We were in Target. And I was like, I want to do this, I got this fun, cool idea I want to do, where like I just buy my ASMR glue. That was my first video, my first face card video. So I'm gonna buy my ASMR glue like with my face and swipe it. Didn't think nothing of it. I just thought it was silly and fun and ha ha ha. We did it right before we was about to leave out. And I think I had posted it to TikTok and it blew up. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, okay. And then I met my manager at Instagram now, I met her and she was like, you're so funny on TikTok. Like all your content's over there, your ASMR, everything's so good. Bring it to Instagram. I was mainly picture based because I was doing modeling and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. They're going to think it's weird.
Instagram is different.
It's different. I got to be like
perfect.
My page got to look a certain type of way. She's like, girl, just post it.
I
was like, okay, I promise you the next time you see me, the video is going to be posted. I posted the video. 3 days in, it wasn't really doing nothing. I was like, oh my gosh, see, I knew I shouldn't have posted. And I was like, ugh, why am I letting the views make me feel so, and it's so crazy. I'm like on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm viral. And over here, I'm making Instagram make me feel like, it doesn't make any sense. Like it doesn't make no sense. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it up. I don't even care. So by the 4th day, the video went extremely viral. It's one of my most viewed videos on Instagram. I called up my friend and I was like, what are you doing tomorrow? We need to shoot 5 of these. And he was like, let's go. His name is Niche. So, and he's on The Mole. Have you watched The Mole the last season?
I did.
The Indian guy?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's like one of my best friends. Like he filmed all my face card videos for me. So I was like, you free? He was like, yeah, let's do it. So we just filmed like day after day. We were just like, I'm like, I want to buy this. I can buy this. I bought a house, a Benz, a Birkin. I went to space. I bought a dog, a horse. I bought three men. So many, a BBL, like so many ideas I was throwing out there. So I really feel like from just me taking that time to focus on myself and my mental health, because that's really what I was doing. Because I got out of a long-term relationship that I just knew I needed to leave. And so just focusing on my mental health, like just birthed my career. So
I love that. So I kind of guess leaning into what you're about to speak on anyway, what advice would you give to somebody that's hoping to break into content creation, but they're a little bit nervous? Maybe they feel the same way about how Instagram is so structured and TikTok is so chill. Like, what advice would you give to someone?
I would say you have to be 100% authentically yourself. Do not care if it's cringe. Because every time I did an ASMR video, I was like, ooh, I know somebody think this is cringe, but I don't care. Post.
Right.
Like, don't care what people think. If it makes you feel good, if it makes you happy, then post it. You're going to find your community. Like, to this day, I can post a video on TikTok and they'll be like, hello, where's the ASMR?
Right,
like, you know, so I built that community of people that love
are looking for that
ASMR. And then also too, don't get pigeonholed on what people like. Like, don't get stuck. Because at one point,
don't niche down.
Because at one point I was like, damn, I don't know if they're going to like the face card videos. I don't know if they're going to like my funny, relatable comedy videos, but I enjoy doing it. So fuck it, I'm going to post it. And then now I built a whole community that loves face card. I built a whole community that loves my relatable relationship videos and stuff like that. So just do it is what I really say.
There's a community for each thing that you can do or that you like.
And a video can go viral a week from now. Like a video can literally, a video can literally sit at 8,000 views for like a week. And then by week 2, you're like, where does a million views come from? So just post it and don't even care.
I love that. That's really good advice. How do you think ASMR and your videos in particular can benefit people's mental health?
So what I really love about ASMR is that it stimulates you, like whether you want to be entertained, whether you want to be put to sleep, whether you have like ADHD, autism. I have so many different people that come on my life with so many different experiences. Like some people even told me like, I like saved their life. Like,
really?
yes,
That's
like
powerful.
yes, because some people struggle with, mental illness. And when I get on live, like even now I do have way more like comments and stuff like that, but I try to really like still focus in on and hone and like into people and stuff. So I feel like it's a safe space for a lot of people, and a lot of people really like it.
Do people want you to do it in person ever?
Oh yes, girl. They be wanting me to make Patreons on it and all types of stuff. Do you charge people to do
personal, private ASMR?
Okay, I did. I was doing it at one point, like on like Patreon and stuff like that. But
does it get weird?
It can get weird.
I can imagine.
It can get real weird. So I was like, ooh, but it's definitely a lot of money to be made though. But yeah.
All money ain't good money.
Okay, period.
Yeah.
But just as far as like just doing like the regular triggers and stuff on Patreon is still good. Like there's other ASMRs that have like their Patreons are like so lit and they just do the traditional ASMR. What also took off is that I was one of the first Black women on TikTok to make it popular. So that's what I like as well, is that I brought in the Black community to be like, okay, you know what? I was liking this secretly, but now I can like it out loud. I like that too. And also shout out to TikTok because they acknowledge that and they like, I talk to them constantly all the time. I have like managers over there and people that I'm connected to, and they make sure like they tap in with me with any opportunity that comes along with ASMR and stuff. We're working on some stuff right now.
Y'all, so since I'm here with Miss ASMR herself, you're going to have to teach me.
Okay.
You're going to have to teach me how to create some ASMR content. So we're going to do a little Love is Blind ASMR edition.
Period. Let's do
so
it.
I'm going to give you a line.
Okay.
And you do your best one. And then after you, I'm going to give it a try.
Okay.
So give me tips, first of all, on how to be an ASMR queen. Where do we start?
So the first tip is eye contact.
Eye contact.
Yes.
I love some eye contact. Okay, let me get into
So
it.
ASMR is it's like essential, but it's not sexual. Okay. So it's like, you want to make sure you're making eye contact, you're engaging, you want the audience to know that they are being seen and heard,
Yeah.
So eye contact. Then you all, it's so crazy because describing it kind of sounds sexual.
But go ahead. I don't know if I'm supposed to be feeling these things, but go ahead. What else?
One of the a trigger that's really popular is mouth sounds. It sounds crazy, I know, but trust me, it's not. Hold on. Okay, you want to make sure.
I'm trying.
You want to make sure. Yes, I'm taking a sip.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that your mouth is moist.
My fiance's gonna be like, "What the hell are you in there doing? What is this?"
PG-13, trust me.
Okay, I'm ready.
TikTok wouldn't allow it if it wasn't.
Right. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So you want to be close to the mic, and then. So it's all about.
How do you even do that?
It's all about. It's like your tongue, and your lips like closing and opening. So. Got it? So you can hear different, it's like kind of like pop
bubbles
rocks.
or something.
Yeah. So that's one that I like to do.
Yeah.
So that one, what other one I like to do? This is the easy one. Yeah, so you'll mix it like.
Okay, got it.
And then got the mic. So then, you rub on the mic. Pause.
I'm not mature enough for this.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like,
Let me do I need a hair tie. Okay.
Sounds crazy.
So you rub on the mic.
Yes. And you tap on it. And it will be a metal mic, when sometimes we do it with the cover, but this one you don't really tap on. You'll probably put like a cup over it and you'll tap on a cup and then make it sound like different noises. But you'll tap, so you can tap here. You tap all over it.
This feels so
and then you'll
interesting.
Relax. Then you want to say, relax. A little beatbox.
Exactly. How did you discover that you can?
Honestly,
and how do you know what sounds that people are liking? Will they be like, do that one?
So when I left my first ASMR video on my YouTube because it shows where I started. And it was not, and to me, it was like, damn, it ain't good. But that's because I'm way more evolved now.
Right.
But it just went from me just trying stuff, literally. And then just seeing, I feel like on social media, you really have to you have to really see what people are reacting to.
Yeah.
So as soon as I see it, you like it, okay, boom, they like this. Okay. Now, so it's just me just trying different stuff. I didn't even know that I can actually even do that.
Yeah.
I just tried it and it just happened.
Okay. So you have the line from Love is Blind. Let me see how you would deliver this ASMR.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to do my best after.
Okay. You know how to tell me this is the best sex of your life. Relax. Have you noticed that I didn't return the compliment? It's great, but it's not fucking mind blowing.
Yeah. That is some shit.
Girl, God be sliding my DMs like, I be watching your ASMR. I be like, huh? Girl,
that's some shit.
They be hitting on me. I be like,
Okay,
hold on,
let me try.
I'm just trying to relax you. Take the stress away.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
This is not even a sexy line, but I'm gonna do my best. This is from my girl Laura from my season. Okay. go kick rocks with open-toed shoe. How was that? Would I get paid for that?
Yeah, exactly. Viral. Period.
Okay.
Period.
We might have to take that
Galaxies.
clip and put on my TikTok.
Okay.
And see how the people respond.
They can respond very
she said
good.
galaxies, cowboy hat. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That is a very particular skill.
Thank you.
What does your family think about it?
My family supports everything I do.
Yeah.
They just know that they know who I am, and they know that I got my head on straight. So they're like,
they trust
they
your,
trust my
your
judgment.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Like,
So
I ain't
what's
out here acting
next? I
crazy.
know we have the show coming out. What's next? What's end goal? What do we have going on?
So I executive produced and starred in a movie called Maya's House.
Okay.
It's in post-production. So that also said my cosmetic line. And girl, I'm trying to get on another show, honey. This is just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Well, y'all heard it here first. Miss Yahné Coleman.
Period.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Girl, you spilled the tea.
Okay.
Okay.
I had to give it to my girl.
Now I know who to call. After every show, you're coming right here because I know you're going to give me the BTS. You're going to give me the tea. You're going to spill it. I really, really appreciate it. I might be tuning into your TikTok before bed to get a little.
Yes.
But
Period.
I'll let
Check
you
me
know.
out on TikTok
Yeah.
Live.
What is your TikTok?
Yahné Official.
Is it the same as Instagram?
Yes, Yahné
Okay.
Official across everywhere.
Okay, y'all know where to find her. Again, thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
for
me
having me.
today. I'm sure our paths will cross
Yes.
another time, another place. You guys, thank you so much for joining me for another episode of What's the Reality. I look forward to another great week next week. Oh, and follow me on all socials at What's the Reality Pod. And don't forget to click that subscribe button. See you next week.
Bye.
What's the reality? What's the reality?